Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McCullough. He's Stephen Harrison. We're inside Hotel Football. We're not in Moscow this time around. Last time I was there, I was absolutely freezing my Jacobs off. We thought the second game was in Moscow, not this one, which is the truth, isn't it, Steve?
Yes. People sometimes not getting the joke that we're here to watch it and not. No need for that. That's just killing me, man. Kill it.
Chris, moving like please turn the lights off, man. Shit. It's like Road Wars when they burst into someone's ass.
My retinas are on fire. What are you doing to me? So the team news is in, and I'm
backfire.
Out. Yeah, it might be This might be 3-4-3. This might be because it could be 3-4-3 with Marshall and Mkhitaryan being the wide players. This could be 4-3-5-2. Like I can't work it out. I can't work out how this is going to set up. It could be Mkhitaryan and Matter as number 8s.
Or is it a 4-2-3-1 with Blind in the midfield?
No, because who's your fullback?
Lindelof can play fullback.
Ashley Young wearing the captain's armband. The bench is Romero, Damian, Tuanzebe. That's good to see. Mata, McTominay. Oh, didn't I? I apologise, ladies and gentlemen. The team is David De Gea in net. Young, Lindelof, Bailly, Smalling, and Blind. I'm imagining that's a back three of Bailly, Smalling, and Lindelof with Young and Blind as the wide players. I think this is a midfield three of Matic, Ander Herrera, and Mkhitaryan in that sort of number 8 role that he's been doing, 8-10. And then I think it's a forward two of Marshall and Lukaku. It's got some tasty firepower, that.
Martial and Lukaku. Do you remember when we went with a similar formation? Because obviously they play a back 5 as well, CSKA, don't they? So we're kind of matching up their system. But do you remember when we played a similar formation against Chelsea? We had Lingard and Rashford up top that day.
That was a back 4, though, wasn't it, that?
Martial and Lukaku. What do you think they can bring together in this formation? Because we've seen Mkhitaryan and one up top in a 5-3-3, 5-2 kind of.
Yeah, CSKA have played a 3 at the back quite a lot. So I think splitting the defenders and making them think and doubling up on a defender as well and making it difficult for, am I marking this guy or this guy? Because let's face it, either of those are better than defence that CSKA are putting up. The only one that you've got to watch from their point is a guy called Vitinho.
Brazilian
3 goals,
magic.
3 assists.
And Jagoev.
He's rubbish, mate. He's like, remember that Irano that City had for a bit?
But he's like got a good result against Benfica.
Yeah, but
came from behind to win the game.
If you watch the game, though, they was massively under the cosh, and the chances that they had was rubbish. They had a penalty. They weren't great. They got a result, but I'm not sure how they got a result. I don't feel that this team is going to put up much of a resistance against United, despite the fact that it's pretty rotated. Defensively, midfield and attack, that's very strong.
The bench.
The bench is
Romero, Damian, Tuanzebe,
McTominay, Lingard, and Rashfordinho. I'm just going to tweet this.
Nice words. Going to check the comments. One sec. Oh shit. One sec, guys. There we go. We should play 4-3-3, says Werewolf Damon. That's going to be interesting, says Tom. Sat in A&E and I'm watching this, hopefully home before kickoff, says random kid. What's happening in A&E? What's happened? Let us know in the comments below. Manu sounds so wrong. Wins 2 goals by, okay, that's moved. Lukaku and Martial, I think he said. Martial and Lukaku have so much pace and power, they could be devastating up top together. Rohan says bad signal, but I don't think it is because it's looking good to us. 3-4-1-2, guys, says Jewett. And guess who's here as well? Uncle Webby is in the house. He's just coming around now. Right, Uncle Webby?
Good.
How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Good.
I know. We're pretending we're civil here today at Hotel Football. Webby, how you feeling ahead of this game? You seen a team?
Yeah, it's much what I expected. Like, he's matched them. You take a point, wouldn't you? You know, you win your own games, you draw a couple of the away ones, you through to the next round. So I'm happy with the team, what he's picked. Like you're saying, Steve was bang on. I managed to see most of their last match. How they got a win, I'll never know. It was the biggest robbery I've ever seen, but they've done the business. So it's going to be a tough match. You know, these Russian teams are good at home. So I'll take a draw now.
We drew last time we played CSKA Moscow 1-1 with a Martial goal. Times have obviously changed a lot since then. I think that was that December, wasn't it, under Louis van Gaal, which was just
cold with all with gloves on and everything. It looked quite mild out there yesterday. that's not a problem if it's cold or warm. You know, we've got the players to do it. So
You're not worried about the lack of Valencia, Jones, who are the other ones? Carrick, Fellaini, Pogba.
of course, but you're worrying about obviously the flight home and then obviously the Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff. You know, he's keeping that in mind, which is good. Let's take a point and get out of the place and get back home here safely without any injuries. I'll be happy with that.
Score prediction then?
3-1.
We're going to talk to you after the game.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. 100%,
Hopefully
yeah.
see you then.
Yeah, we've got to mention obviously about Friday night as well.
What's happening Friday? Let the people know.
The do we've got here Friday night, £30. What can you get for £30 anymore? Not a lot. Lee Sharp, Brian McClare, a load of hot food, a lot of banter. Be a great night. You can just turn up, or you can book your tickets through Hotel Football, or just turn up on the night. Casual dress, all read together. Another great night. So come along, folks. Yeah.
It's the night before the Palace game as well. So if you are going to the Palace game, why don't you get down to the ground earlier and come to Hotel Football? Why you keep kicking me?
I've been at a Sportsman's with Lee Sharp, and he's actually hilarious.
So have I. It was me.
He's
Webby was there.
I was there as well. Yeah.
It was
All there, yeah, it was mad. Yeah, Lee Sharp's absolutely banging. Definitely recommend, because there's some shit that you're never going to see in an autobiography or anything like that. They'll only tell it at Sportsman's. That's well worth it.
Even talks about Abby Titmus, wasn't he?
He did talk about Abby Titmus. I mean, that alone is what.
Only 30 quid, isn't it? Just to listen to the stories about her with him.
Like he said, man, you can't get a lot for 30 quid nowadays. 25 quid cash costs you 30 quid.
Yes, it does, yeah. 30 euros cost you a lot less, more. Sharpie is a don, says Josh.
Come on then, Josh. If you think he's a don, come and meet the man in person, yeah? Be a great night, Reg. If you're in town on Friday night, you got nothing to do, you just come along here.
And Webby will
I'll
give you a selfie as well.
Yeah, do anything you want. Just come, just come along, folks. It'll be a great night. 2 ex-players are going to tell us stories about Fergie. And like Steve said, when I went to your do, Lee Sharp was absolutely spot on, you know what I mean? And he saved the night because Mr. Palace had a bit too much to drink. But Lee Sharp was absolutely brilliant, and he's worth a lot. And you got Chocky McClare, he beat Bestie's goal scoring record. Great player for us. 650 grand from Celtic. Listen to Chocky's stories. Chocky's got quite a few. You know, it's worth it, so come along.
Cheers, Webby. Hotel Football, that is. I'm sure you can find details on Tim.
You can pay on the door as well, so you don't even need to bother with tickets.
You're not going to be on the door pissing people off.
I'm not going to be on the door, mate. I'm going to be, hopefully, inside, getting well and truly lubricated.
What lube you be like?
Heineken lube. That kind of lube.
Makes sense. Team news, please.
We've got Big Dave in net, we've got Young, and we have got Blind.
Have you made up with Young yet?
I never had a problem with Ashley Young.
Well,
No, I never had a problem with him.
Young starts in the Champions League. Are you happy with that?
Group stage, yeah.
Can't wait to Real Madrid in the final. Ashley Young starts. Should be wary of City, but why are we talking about City? Why are we talking about City?
Look how well lit that is.
Hang on.
Talk to me. Look how well lit
Let me just shine this in Chris's eyes for a sec. There you go, Chris. How you like that?
No need for it.
Get back, you bastard. Break your legs. Surprised by no Darmian. I am as well. I had Darmian in my 11. I don't think we've got many points this week.
He's using the squad in. I think that he's not the most generous with giving out minutes, is he? But he is using the squad a little bit this week, and I think that would be a really good thing for the likes of Darmian to come and get. But I think you've also got to protect the league. You can't just be like, you get a debut, you get a debut, you get a debut. This is still yeah, man. This is still a tough place for us to go to. This is still a tough ground that we need to pick points up. Like Webby said, people last night was like, Liverpool only got a draw. You won't see me laughing, because I will take a draw if that's on offer today. If you give me a draw today, I will not be happy. If the performance is decent and we get a draw, I'm happy days with that. What I don't want to see is United chasing shadows and United being run ragged to have to try and pull a draw out of our
What do we need to do to win, though? Because I'd be happy with a draw too, but I also think we can win. But what do we need to do to get that win?
I think we can win. I think Marshall and Lukaku and Mkhitaryan going forward is going to create space. He's going to drag that back free left and right, exploit the space in between the wing-backs, exploit the space in between what's probably going to be big gaps in between them centre-halves, get the big fella in on goal and see what happens. And I definitely think that Lukaku is going to keep up this run tonight. I think he's going to score another goal. And then by Palace in weekend, he's going to overtake goals per game. That's going to happen in the next 2 games. He's going to overtake goals per game.
Do you reckon he's looking at that game thinking, how many?
Well, we just said, we were just chatting downstairs, and I was saying, if I'm a United fan, obviously I'm a United fan, but if I'm a United fan thinking, I don't want to be...
If I was a United fan.
Shut up. Right? I don't want to be going into that Palace game thinking, oh, City put 5 past them. Can we put 5 or 6 past them? We've got to go to Moscow. We've got to then have a lot of these players are going to be playing both those games. Roy Hodgson's had a lot to work on with this Palace team. Like, I don't want to be going into this game.
Shut up, man. Roy Hodgson's going to beat Iceland.
Exactly. So Palace can't score. He couldn't beat Iceland. They're going to beat us here. Or they're going to make it difficult. This is going to be something that we can't take
Is
it
the
too
Palace
lightly.
preview?
This is not the Palace preview. We're just talking about football.
All right. So your prediction against Moscow is 4-0 to United.
No,
Why are you so confident of us going there and absolutely dicking these guys? A lot of people would suggest
Don't make me get
an
my
away
pants off.
trip at Russia is a difficult place to go.
I will set my pants off.
What's the bench? Twanzabi's on the bench. His back's all right now, isn't it?
Tuanzebe's back. We have got Romero on the bench. Matta's on the bench. McTominay's on the bench. And various other Manchester United footballers are on the bench.
Is it just me, or is McTominay a lucky guy to still be in this squad?
Right, a lot of people. He scored a great goal on tour. That elevates him massively in a lot of people's opinions. But let's face it, Matty Willett was the better footballer out of the two, and he's the one that should have been in the place that McTominay's.
Like when McTominay plays, look, got nothing against him, whatever. But when McTominay plays, I don't get that. Ooh, we got a young player playing for the team through the academy. I don't feel he's going to be here next season.
What you've got to do is when you're watching under 23s football, under 18s football, you've got to be looking at them guys going, this kid's far too good for this level. That's what you've got to be sitting there thinking. And then they might have a chance to make it into the first team, at least get minutes in the first team. You look at Angel Gomez, you go, Christ, why is he still playing this level? He's far too good. Pereira, far too good. Fosu Mensah, Tuanzebe, why are they playing this? Never had that with McTominay. He was a very ordinary player. And I think his physicality helps, his height helps. But as a footballer, I think there's a lot better at the club.
Gareth Barry's very ordinary, and everyone's been celebrating him this week. So, hey, you might be a Gareth Barry. Rashford ain't ordinary. Piss off, producer Chris. That's why you're producer Chris. What?
In the youth team, he didn't stand out that much.
I know. There was a lot of things about Marcus Rashford.
By the way, guys, you just got a bit of opinion from producer Chris.
There was a lot of things about Marcus Rashford that stood out. His pace, determination, that work ethic definitely stood out. What didn't stand out about Rashford was his goals. He had a very ordinary goal return, which he's replicated at first team level, but he's took on another level. And that physicality that we saw, that determination that we saw, that's always been there. McTominay hasn't done anything, really, that's made you go, yeah, let's see him in the first team.
To coin one of the GOATs, hard work, dedication.
And on that, when Rashford was given his opportunity in the first team, he knocked the piss out of the back of the net.
Yeah. Like if Will Keane had his opportunity, would Will Keane still be here? Probably not. I think a lot of people.
Minus the injuries, one of the best forwards I've seen.
No, of course, but I mean, like Will Keane may have played that day. Would we have seen him again after that? If once all the other fit players, probably not. But Rashford took his opportunity, and even that day when he scored 2 against Midget Island at this place, Midgetland, I'll say it right.
That's still not right, but
Nobody expected him to still be in the team.
hashtag
Like
Mitch Island,
Midgetland.
Mitchy Island.
Stephen, say hello in Arabic.
The only thing I know is I can't even say on camera.
Say it off camera.
Stop, show me your hands.
So racist, Steve. Lukaku in 24th minute. Lukaku in the 24th minute? Question mark.
I know what you're trying to do there. Yes.
Oh yeah, shit! I just
The penny drops on the cola.
See.
Christ.
Adam, we're gonna meet Madrid in the final and go down to the penalty, and then Big Dave will give us the win. Says Alfred.
Didn't even listen to what you were saying then. What was that?
We're gonna get to the final against Real Madrid, and then it's gonna go to penalties, and Big Dave's gonna give us the win.
I don't think we're anywhere near the level of Real Madrid at the moment. Did you see him last night against Dortmund?
We're gonna go to the final play of Real Madrid, and then Big Dave's gonna save us on penalties, and we're gonna win.
I like his enthusiasm. I like his optimism. He's absolutely deluded.
He's not. We're winning it. He's winning it. Do you remember that guy that once said, "I can picture us winning the Champions League under David Moyes"? Whatever happened to him?
Who was that? Someone find that video and tweet it me. Was it you?
I never said it on camera.
You just did.
I didn't. It wasn't me. I didn't say it on camera. That's what I said.
I couldn't see us winning a fucking throw-in with David Moyes.
Hey. Wow. We won the Marouane Fellaini prize.
There was 20 seconds in Munich where I thought we was doing it.
See?
and I lost my voice. But by the time I stopped screaming, they'd already equalised.
I was celebrating in Germany around Germans.
Let's do Facebook.
Right, we're out of here anyway.
Did you hear what? You hear what
Make
producer
sure to
Chris
keep it
said
locked
then?
to Full-Time Devils.
No, please, no, thank you. See how he treats the talent, guys. We're doing Facebook afterwards.
But we're polite, right? So come and join us after the game. We're going to be on YouTube. We're going to be on Twitter. We're going to be on FaceChat. And we're going to be on Grindr.
Face back.
Peace.
What's your grinder at?
Mr. Stephen Howson.
Guys, thank you for joining us here on Full Time Devils. We are done. Thank you to Hotel Football. I'm going. I think Steve's getting excited with 4-0 prediction today away in Moscow. I'm going to go 2-0 United. Thank you for joining us. Producer Chris says Rashford. He always knew he was going to be world class. See you later.